Holy crap. Hey everyone, what's going on? It is Zach, and today we had a Nintendo Direct, and it actually had Pokemon content. So the first thing that we're going to talk about actually was teased out by some leakers. They said that a non-mainline game was going to come out, and we did see it. It's right here, Pokopia. But I didn't think we were going to get the information we did, and I'm really excited to talk about it. So let's jump in. If you guys enjoy this, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know how you feel about it in the comments down below. But first off is Pokopia. It seems like an Animal Crossing with Pokemon. You're a Ditto and you befriend Pokemon and you gain their abilities. Why don't you just ask them to help you out? I don't know. But it looks like you've disconnected with your trainer, so instead of trying to find them, you just pretend to be your trainer. But it just looks like an Animal Crossing like game. You got the berries on the trees, you've got the molding of the landscape and stuff, and just building your environment around you. I know Animal Crossing isn't the only game like that, but you know, when you think of Nintendo with a game like this, you kind of think of Animal Crossing. And you see Ditto here, like, just looks at the Bulbasaur and was just like, hey, I can do that. And Bulbasaur's rightly freaked out. But as they develop the land, more Pokemon appear. The more Pokemon appear, the more abilities that you get, the more you can do. It looks exciting. It is probably going to be a full price game. I wonder how much content is actually going to be there. You see a decent amount of Pokemon in the trailer. Do they all give you abilities? I don't know. But of course they got to start out with like the Kanto starters. Pikachu gets in there. You see Scyther and Hitmonchan, and they give you abilities as well. You can craft. You can build farmland with it and grow food and crops, and that probably attracts more Pokemon. Can start building shelter. But it seems like a cute, fun game. I will probably end up picking it up, you know, because it is a Pokemon game. Did they give us a date for it? I forget. But it seems solid, you know? Overall, like, this Nintendo Direct had so much stuff. They probably could have separated it and made two directs out of it, and I'm glad they decided to put it all in one thing because it felt amazing to watch. Seeing all the Mario stuff with the announcement of the new movie. I can't wait to show my 4-year-old, but I will wait because 4-year-olds have no concept of time, so he will spend the next 7 months asking me if we're gonna go see the movie tomorrow, and then he'll get mad at me when I tell him that it's not out yet. Mario Galaxy Double Pack coming out. More information on Metroid Prime 4, more information on Kirby Air Riders. But yeah, Pokopia. It's available in 2026, so we don't have a date yet. We'll probably find out the date around, Pokemon Day, if it's not like within that time period itself. So that Pokopia was exciting. Koei Tecmo is behind it with Game Freak. So once again, we're seeing more games where Game Freak is giving people a little more leeway to make games with it. We haven't seen a spin-off game in a while, and especially an original one. When was the last original spin-off game? Like Pokemon Snap was a sequel. Maybe like Pokemon Quest, but that was mostly like a mobile game. But the big news here, the big thing we got to talk about is the new Megas. You know, right after we got Mega Malamar this week, we get 5 new Megas. We get to see some more gameplay. You get to see the ZA starters. I don't think we're gonna see the starters for the ZA starters Megas until after the game comes out. I think that they're going to keep pretty tucked in, kind of like with the final evolutions of the starters. Like they never really officially announced them until like after the game comes out, which makes no sense because the game's out, people know it, like, but then they're like, oh, we gotta announce it. But we see our Kalos starters here with Froakie, Chespin, and Finnegan. We see some catching sequences, and then we see the battle, like the battle club, the battle royale. Okay, there is a little bit of, complaint behind it. We'll talk about that in a moment. But these Pokemon, the Mega Greninja, Mega Chesnaught, and Mega Delphox, first of all, look great. Like, you got Mega Chespin or Chesnaught looking just like a worn-torn king. You got Mega Delphox given the best Kiki's delivery service vibes. And you got Mega Greninja just being Mega Greninja, They show us a little bit more of the raids or the rogue Mega Pokemon battles, showing off the 3 new Mega evolutions that we've seen. We also get some Mega Ampharos, the Charizards here and there. And some more little clips that will hint off to the storyline. We got Zygarde 10% form, Doggo form. And so we got new Megas. So first off, let's take a look at Mega Chesnaught. Mega Chesnaught, it is going to say the grass and fighting type. It is 5'3", almost 200 pounds. Its hardened armor boasts high defensive capabilities. When Mega Chesnaught moves to attack, this armor becomes a powerful weapon with which to smash opponents. So basically what they're saying is that like those circular shoulder pads basically turns into its like little staff hammer thing, it's just sick. I like it. I think the colors are good. I think the red, the pop of red, really gives it to it. The headpiece looking like a crown, just really giving Chesnaught fans something really good to look at. Energy from Mega Evolution has been channeled through its outer shell and through its body, resulting in a dramatic increase in its defensive capabilities. The fur on its body has also grown and can act as an impact-absorbing cloak. Confident that it can withstand any sort of attack, it possesses a steadfast spirit and always remains level-headed. I hope it doesn't lose its abilities. I think the bulletproof is a great ability for Chesnaught, and so I hope it keeps that. Its shield-like shoulder armor transforms into destructive weapons. Basically, yeah, what I already described, turns it into an axe. I can't wait to see the animations for this thing. It's gonna be sick. I think it's just gonna get bulkier. It looks like it's talking about being like level-headed and steadfast. It might get a little faster, which would be really good for Mega Chespin. And also, like, there's only so much more you can add to bulk on this Pokemon because it's already a pretty bulky heavy hitter. And with like the capabilities of having body press, like, this could be a really good mon. Next up, we got Mega Delphox. It uses psychic powers to confuse its opponent, making for a tricky fighting style that allows it to unearthly deal damage. Mesmerizes opponents using psychic powers. Its psychic abilities have been enhanced. Of course, they're going to be enhanced, like it's Mega Evolution. Mega Delphox controls 2 branches that float by its side, so it's kind of got like, it's like kind of like little dreepy bullets. Maybe it gets like a psychic version of like Dragon Darts. Maybe it gets a psychic type version of Dragon Darts, where it will like it'll redirect away from from dark type Pokemon and just like double hit, that actually could be solid. It moves these branches as if they were brought to life by magic, leaving onlooking opponents bewildered. It also floats atop a large lit branch, dazzling its foes even further. In contrast to its disoriented opponents, Mega Delphox stays calm and collected as it deals damage by landing precise attacks. I love the design. I love the colors. It's just so good. I think Mega Delphox is the best looking out of the three. Greninja, I feel like just doesn't change much. They're like, make it cooler, make it edgier, but like, I don't know. It just looks like they put more, like, one, like I said before, I love the Kiki delivery service vibes it's got going on, sitting on that branch. But also, like, it is looking more witch-like with the black, the purplish black, like, on the bottom of its body. Mega Delphox attacks its foes by skillfully coordinating its moves in tandem with its two lit branches floating nearby. And there's more. These seemingly autonomous flames just don't confuse the opponents. They can also be combined with the flames Mega Delphox spits from its mouth, forming huge fireballs that engulfs and burns its targets. Mystical fire is gonna pop off. I want to say that, like, it's getting like a psychic type Dragon Darts. They're putting a real big focus on these two floating wands. I would not be surprised if it got a move like that, but then it would also use that move if it doesn't Mega Evolve. Or maybe it has like an ability similar to Mega Kangaskhan, but there's no abilities in ZA. So like, I definitely think for ZA, like, there has to be like a move that like features on these two floating wands here. And last one, you know, everyone's favorite cool cat, Mega Greninja. I originally thought that they were going to retcon Ash Greninja as Mega Greninja. Seeing this design, I'm so glad I was wrong. The black on its body, like, I wonder what the shiny is gonna look like. Because you can't just like change the blue black. They have to do something different. Ooh, that's gonna be curious to see. Like, I'm gonna love to see shiny Mega Greninja. But the black on its body, the eyes turning in, like, the headpieces on top turning into giant shurikens, and the fact that it just like sits under a floating like UFO shuriken, pretty cool. Just like before, like, their typing hasn't changed. I don't think we've seen a Mega Evolution so far where it has involved a type change, which is a curious thing to see. This ninja Pokemon forgoes stealth to make full use of its sharpened reflexes. Unleashing the energy of Mega Evolution has dramatically improved Mega Greninja's reflexes. It intentionally reveals itself to push opponents into attacking. Then it detects their oncoming attacks and moves so swiftly that it's able to strike first. Normally, Greninja would appear in a flash and disappear like a ninja. It's the ninja Pokemon. Now that it has Mega Evolved, it no longer bothers to hide itself, demonstrating to opponents its confidence that it will win. I still think it's going to be a glass cannon. Maybe it might see a decent improvement in its like defenses, but I think this is going to be like more boost to speed, more boost to attack, more boost to special attacks, because you can run Greninja like kind of mixed. Clinging upside down to a gigantic and rapidly spitting water shuriken. It clings upside down to a giant floating water shuriken that was created from a gel-like membrane secreted from its body. Gross when you think about that. Like, it's throwing ninja stars at you that it's secreted out of its body. I know it's Pokemon, but like when you just read that out loud, it sounds a little less cool. Opponents caught off guard by its surprising appearance are then wrapped up in its long tongue and prevent it from attacking. It charges towards immobilized opponents to attack from its giant, rapidly spinning shuriken. Like, it hangs upside down. It's cool. It's cool. I want to say Greninja was already pretty cool to begin with. So I think, like, out of the 3 that were revealed today of the Kalos starters, Greninja is the least improved. And I think a lot of that is that, like, there wasn't a lot of room for improvement with Greninja because it was already pretty cool, already pretty popular. But the designs on Delphox and Chesnaught are just so good. Unfortunately, though, these Pokemon, and technically Mega Hawlucha, have debunked my theory. Because their hair looks great. Before I was talking about Mega Dragonite's wing ears and Mega Victreebel's little big feather and the big brain hair that Mega Malamar has. And I joked that Hawlucha had a neck beard, and so my running joke was these Mega Evolutions were all about bad hair. These Kalos starters definitely debunk it. Unfortunately, the theory is dead. But these are great. I think they're great so far. But there is some angst with the announcement of these, because you will not be able to obtain these megas through normal gameplay. Obtain Mega Stones in the ZA Battle Club's ranked battles. The Mega Stones required to Mega Evolve Chesnaught, Delphox, and Greninja can be obtained from the ZA Battle Club as rewards for battling other trainers in online ranked battles. 1. We're getting online ranked battles in ZA, which I feel like is going to be fun. I feel like people are kind of like underlooking that. Like, we knew that there was going to be some form of multiplayer, but the fact that like there is going to be like some form of ranked, I think will add some good longevity to this game. Ranked battles offer 3 types of rewards: battle rewards obtained after each battle, promotion rewards obtained upon rising in rank, and season rewards which vary by rank, obtained at the end of each season. Keep battling and refine your skills to try to get a variety of rewards. Mega Stones for Mega Chesnaught, Mega Delphox, Mega Greninja can only be obtained as rewards for being promoted up in the ranks. So you have to earn them. And so what it sounds like is you have to hit a certain level to unlock them. Also, you need online. And that's what people are really upset about. I feel like Mega Greninja is going to be the hardest because the rank season starts as soon as the game comes out. So we don't know how long the season is going to be. If it is a month long, that is not going to be a lot of time to like get good Pokemon and like get the game down. Most people will be fine. I feel like I'll be fine. Ranked Season 2 is for Mega Delphox, and Ranked Season 3 is for Mega Chesnaught. Poor Chesnaught fans have to wait. I mean, you need Nintendo Switch Online. If you're a VGC player, you need it online anyway to battle. So if you're a VGC player, I don't see why you're complaining about this. You have another game that you have to grind, so you have to do this in between like figuring out champions and grinding champions. So I could get the time split being like obnoxious to a lot of people. But it also says that Mega Stones obtained as promotional rewards are planned to be redistributed in future seasons. So if you do miss one, it won't be the end of the world. You will be able to go back in and try to get them again at a different time, like once you figure out the game. And so this sounds like you have to rush and get it within the first couple of months. But they're saying like these stones are going to come back as rewards again. So if you don't have the online right now, you can wait. It's just it is a bummer But for most people who are playing these games, if you're utilizing Pokemon Home, if you want to play Pokemon Champions, if you are playing competitive, you need online anyway. So I don't, for most people, I don't get the frustration. I don't, because one of the biggest complaints that you hear from like gaming in general is that people will be like, man, we used to earn our equipment, and we used to earn this and that, and you used to be able to unlock stuff. And now the Pokemon is going, oh, you want these Mega Stones, you have to unlock them, you have to earn them. And people are like, what? No. I get it if you are budgeting your money and you can't throw down on like online. But other than that, like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of the complaints, besides like a few like niche cases, sound just like complaining to me. Play the game, have fun, unlock them. If you don't unlock them at first, you'll unlock them eventually. But that's my 2 cents about that. I love the designs though. I love the designs. I can't wait to see what they do. I can't wait to see them in the game. That is not the only megas that were announced today. And that's not the only thing that people are upset about. So right after Mega Greninja, Mega Delphox, and Mega Chesnaught, we find out that there's more. There's more Mega Pokemon being announced. We see Hoopa here, and it's great that means we're going to get access to Hoopa. We see a bunch of Mega Stones, and then we see 2 new ones, and they're for Raichu. We have 2 different forms of Mega Raichu. We have Mega Raichu X and Mega Raichu Y. I think the Mega Raichu Y, it looks very Pikachu-ish, but I think that they both have these, like, I'm thinking the fluffs in the ears. They both kind of give me like those Gorachu vibes that people talked about with the one blue like data miner, the Pokemon Blue leak that came out like a couple years back, where they talked about how like Raichu was supposed to be a second stage evolution, and there was supposed to be a Gorachu, but they ended up removing it out of the game for some reason. I forget why, but these are kind of giving me that vibe. They're both Mega Raichu, but I feel like they both look more Pikachu. The Y definitely looks more Pikachu for sure. X looks more Raichu, but they're both, from what I know, they're both electric types. And so what's exciting is that we see another Pokemon with two Mega Evolutions, right? Now we have Raichu, we have Charizard, and we have Mewtwo. So it's possible that we get more. I don't know what Pokemon it would be though. Like, what Pokemon could you see worth getting 2 Mega Evolutions? Now, people are bummed about this because it's paid DLC. And this one I can actually understand. They're still working on it. It is... We don't have a release date for it yet. I would have to say I would not be surprised if it drops. It's a very short trailer. I would not be surprised if it drops on Pokemon Day or somewhere near it. That way, you know, we play the game for a couple of months. Once it starts to die down, then they drop the DLC, so people get back into it and people buy it up again. Yeah, so I do get the frustration about this. It is paid DLC that is announced before the game comes out. Now, I understand that it might not be ready when the game comes out, but if you're working on it now, why do we have to pay for it? Like, why couldn't it just be part of the game? But at the same time, like, I'm excited to see what is possible about this, because if you do know about information that has leaked, Raichu wasn't on there. So there's information, like there's things in this DLC that we don't know about yet. So we can get more Mega Evolutions, we can get more Pokemon, maybe some regional forms. What is Mega Dimensions gonna have? I'm excited for it, but at the same time, like, I do understand the frustration of like people, like they're already bringing up paid DLC. Like the game hasn't even came out yet. People haven't even bought it. And it's like, do you want to spend more money? I believe that this DLC is going to be $30. So all said and done, if you're getting the Switch 2 version, if you're getting the DLC, Pokemon ZA is $100. So that's a lot for some people. And if you need the online, if you're not an online user and you need the online, there's $120. That's as much as the Sword and Shield 2-pack. That's as much as the Diamond and Pearl 2-pack. That's as much as the Scarlet and Violet 2-pack. Of course, they have DLC as well. Same with Sword and Shield. So I get this, but at the same time, I'm excited. And as long as the content is worth $30, as long as the base content is worth the price that we pay, if I feel like I get my $70, which I put tons of hours into Pokemon, so I never feel like I get ripped off. I bought both DLC versions for Scarlet and Violet. I bought both DLC versions for Sword and Shield. I bought both versions of the game. I've bought the double pack since Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. With the amount of hours I put into Pokemon, it's worth it for me. Like if you take the hours I play and you divide it by the cost, I pay pennies on the hour, if that. Maybe I play too much Pokemon. But I do understand how like people are upset that like the game's not even out yet and you're already like trying to get more money out of your consumer base. And once again, just like with Urshifu, just like with Ogerpon, you are locking Pokemon behind more money. It's a bummer, but at the same time, as an adult, that's capitalism. That's the world we live in, baby, you know? So this one I do understand more than the gripe for online. And it is exciting that with this DLC, there are things that have not been ruined for some people right now. So we have hope. If you know about what has leaked out and you're like, man, I wish we would have gotten Mega this, you still have a little bit of hope with this DLC. Now, if Raichu is the only Mega in this DLC called Mega Dimensions, then I might be a little bit like, eh. But I wonder how they will differentiate them, whether it's stats or move pools. I'm assuming one's going to be more special, one's going to be more physical, and their abilities are going to make them play very differently, kind of like how the Charizards. But it seems like right now, I think they're both the same type. They're both just pure electric. They're not on the DLC information isn't on the ZA website yet, which, you know, makes sense. But as of now, if they have an additional typing, like, we don't know yet. But the warp space, it's going to be interesting. I want to see what they do with this. Also, this means that people are going to be able to get a Hoopa. I think the last time Hoopa was available for most US people was its original McDonald's event, like 10 years ago. So that's fun. I'm glad that people will be able to get a legal, legit Hoopa. without like having it being traded from someone. And the last piece of news, this was revealed last night, but this is the final event for Scarlet and Violet, distribution wise. Usually when we see the box legendaries shinies get revealed, we saw this with Zacian Zamazenta, we saw it with Solgaleo and Lunala. This usually means that this game is done. And so once these come out after that, like we probably won't see that many more Terra raids. We won't see that many events. They might start recycling events, going through older events to let people who might have missed the previous ones. But this is Shiny Koraidon and Shiny Miraidon at GameStop and EB Games. It is going to be GameStop in the United States and EB Games in Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. This event is going to be the same in Japan. It's starting out, you're going to be able to pick up a code card starting September 26th through October 15th. So I will be at GameStop that first day and be like, hey, can I get those? The code will let you receive a Shiny Koraidon and Violet and a Shiny Miraidon and Scarlet. So they're doing the same thing they did in Sword and Shield. You're going to get the opposite shiny. So that means at the end of this, you will have both Koraidon and Miraidon based on what game you got. Now you could be like me and have both games, and you just need 2 codes. So the codes are the same. So just based on what game file you put them on. And the last thing I want to say about this, when this event starts, there is no purchase required for this promotion, but the offer is only available while supplies last, so don't delay. You hear it all the time when these card events come out. You'll have people in these stores saying that you have to purchase an item. You don't. Show them this webpage. Go, hey, here's this. And they might be a pain in the butt about it, but how stubborn are you going to be? Because I've had that argument before where someone was just like, no, you have to buy something. I was like, no, I don't. It's like, here's the official Pokemon website. Like, I've had that argument before. Like, I've had it happen to me personally. That's usually when I go to a GameStop trying to get extra cards. This is when I go to a GameStop that's not my usual home store. Most of the time they get like a giant stack of them. So if you live in a smaller area, or like, as long as you don't live in a very large, very popular area, you should be able to get it just fine, because they usually get like giant stacks, like to a point where, like, if you come in towards the end, you can go, hey, how many of those do you have left? Can I have some of them? That being said, don't be a jerk about it. Don't try to take like 50. I'm going to be like, hey, I'm grabbing some for me and my brother. We each have a version of the game. Can I have like 4 code cards? And they're usually like pretty chill about that. But based on how many they get, they might go, sorry, you're only going to get 1. Or I can give you 2, 1 for you and 1 for your brother. Like, but it just depends on like how busy your area is. Hopefully these don't get scalped. And don't be that person. Don't be that person that takes a bunch and then tries to like sell them. Don't be that person. If you're gonna do it, give them away. Give them away. Well, that's what I used to do. I used to try to get as many as possible, and then like do giveaways on the channel and do giveaways on Twitter. I'll probably try to do the same thing. So make sure you like and subscribe. But so much Pokemon news in the last 24 hours. And I just got done talking about Mega Malamar. I was late, and I mean, it's 10 o'clock at night now. It's like 12 hours later. I'm still late. I'm still late to this, but which Mega Evolution is your favorite? Like, which one did you see that is your favorite? Delphox is the winner for me tonight, but let me know yours in the comments down below. How do you feel about all this stuff with the paid online, with the DLC before the game comes out? Let me know. I want to talk about it respectfully in the comments down below, but that's going to be all. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I have been rambling for 40 minutes. I'm going to go edit this down. Okay, bye.